Now another topic that we have in our syllabus regarding median is calculation of median and the quartiles using ogives. Now you all know what ogives are, right? Because we have already done them in another chapter, the previous chapter, in which we learned how to make an ogive. So now we are going to use that ogive to calculate the mean of a given data and the upper and the lower quartile and the rest of them. So first of all, I should tell you guys this thing, that to calculate the mean, the formulas should remain the same. I will tell you the step. The formulas would be the same as they were used in earlier to calculate the mean without the ogives. But there is difference in one formula. Earlier, when we were using the formula for calculating the mean of even number of data, what were we using was n by 2 plus n by 2th term plus n by 2th plus first term. Like this was the formula, right? This term plus this term by 2. This was the formula for the median of the even data, right? But in this, all we have to use is this much. This would be the mean of even data while we are using ogives. Okay, that is all you have to use for even data only, and rest all the formulas remain the same. That means mean for the odd data and the upper and the lower quartile, all of their formulas remain the same, but the formula for the even group of data, that is if the number of observations are even, that is changed, and that is equal to n by 2th term only. Okay, using only while we are using ogives. So first of all, for this, what we are going to do is, the question is up till here. Okay, so from here, what do we do? How do we construct an ogive? Is that first of all we make this table in which we write the cumulative frequencies, right? You guys know that. So we've written the cumulative frequencies, and then the next step to make an ogive is to construct a x-axis and y-axis on your graph paper. So now first of all, this question is not going to be very very much alike that there is in the book, because this is freehand drawing and you have to make that on a graph paper. So on the graph paper it is going to be very accurate. Over here it is not going to be very accurate. So if the answers do not match with the book, that does not mean the question is wrong. It just means that this is not very accurate because this is not a graph paper. Okay, so you have to solve all this on a graph paper. So first of all, how do we start this question? Again, we've drawn this table. After the question, we've drawn this table. So now first of all, what does the question say? The question says, for the following data, use ogives to calculate the mean and the lower quartile, the number of students who have obtained more than 80 marks, and the number of students who have obtained less than 35 marks. And this is the data. These are the marks. These are the number of students. Now, after making this, what do we do? What do we used to do? We used to take the upper limit of all of these, and we used to mark the point for this, say 10 and 5, for this 20, 15, right? So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write these points over here. Okay, so the first point is 10, 5. Okay, second point is 20, 15, right? Third is 30, 26. The fourth is 40, 46. The fifth is 50, 73, right? And then there is 60, 111. Then there is 70, 151. 70, 151, right? Then there is 80, 180. Okay, then there is 90, 194, and then there is 100, 200, right? This is how it is, right? So now from here, what do we do is that we plot these points. Okay, so we are going to plot these points and then make the ogive. That is easy enough. So this is 10 comma 5, 10 comma 5, right? So this is 10 and 5 is, this is 20. Now first of all, how did I mark the x-axis and the y-axis? Now because I had lesser space, so I have taken one unit over here, one large box of a graph paper equal to 20 for the y-axis, and for the x-axis it is equal to 10. So the scale is 1 unit of the graph paper, one large box for x-axis is equal to 10 units, and one large unit for y-axis is equal to 20 units. Okay, I am not writing the scale over there, I am just telling it to you, so just remember it. Okay, so we have 10 comma 5. So this is 10 and 5 would be 1/4 of this. So it would be somewhere over here. Okay, so this is 10 comma 5, 20 comma 15. Now this is 20 and 15 would be again somewhere over here. Okay, next what do we have is 30 comma 26. So this is 30, this is 20 and this would be 26 over here. So this would be 30 comma 26. Okay, next we have 40 comma 46. So we have 40 comma 40, this is 40 and this is 46. Okay, next what do we have is 50 comma 73. So this is 50 and 73 would be after the middle of 60 and 80. So this is 50 comma 73. Then we have 60 comma 111. Okay, so we have 60 comma 111. So that would be 60 comma after 100, it would be over here, right? Right. And then we have 70 comma 151. 70 comma 151. First of all, I am again marking 60 comma 111. So that would be somewhere over here. Right, right. Then we have 70 comma 151. Now again guys, it is very difficult to make an accurate graph over here. So I am trying my level best. So this is 70 comma 151. So that would be 70. Okay. So this is the line for 70 and 151 would be right in the middle of this. So this point would be 70 comma 151. Okay. So the next point we have is 80 comma 180. Okay. So I'm drawing line for 80 first. Okay. And okay. And for 180 it is this. So the point is this. 80 comma 180. 90 comma 194. This is 194. Okay. So 90 comma 194. So where is 90? Okay. So this is 90 and this is 100. I'll just draw the line for 100 also because we have to use it. And 194 would be somewhere over here. So this would be the point and this would be the point for 200. Okay. So this is one point, this is another point. Okay. So now I've marked 90 comma 194 and 100 comma 200 also. So now we have a rough ogive ready for you. What we have to do, we just have to draw this or join them freehand, right? So, right. Right. So this is the ogive that we need. Now what we have to do is that we have to use this ogive to calculate the median and the lower quartile first of all. So what is the median? What is the formula for the median? It is n by 2th term, right? So it is, the formula for the median is n by 2th term, right? So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to erase all these points from here because we don't need them anymore. And this is all the space that I have. So I'm going to use this space. Okay. So Okay. So what are we going to do? We are going to now solve the question, and we have median and the lower quartile. So first of all, we have median, that is n by 2th term. So what are the total number of terms? The total number of terms are the cumulative, the sum of the cumulative frequency, that is 200, right? So 200 is n. So over here n is equal to 200, right? So first part says median, right, is equal to n by 2th term, right? So what do we do from here is that we calculate n by 2. N by 2 is equal to 100th term, right? So how do we do this now? What do we do is that we see where is 100 on the y-axis. This is 100. We make a straight line from 100 and join it with the ogive, okay? So I am just joining this line with the ogive, okay? And here it is, right? And now what do? Is we take this line onto the x-axis and take the abscissa of for this point, okay? So okay, so this is the point where this line goes down and meets the x-axis. So the abscissa for this point is our median, and the abscissa for this point is approximately says 57, right? So this is the formula for the median, 100th term, and the abscissa for this is 57. So the median, I would again rub all of these, okay, and I would write that the median is equal to 57. Done. Now coming on to the second part, or the second part of the first part, that says the lower quartile. So the lower quartile for even number of, this is the even number of data, right? 200. So even number of data, what was the lower quartile? That was n by 4, right? So what is n by 4 for this? 200 by 4. I am doing the calculations orally because I don't have space to write them out. You have to write each and every step out, okay? I am just telling you how to do it. So n by 4 is equal to 50. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for 50 over here. Yes, now I found 50. It is in between 40 and 60. So here is 50. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take my scale from here and draw a line from 50 to the ogive. And now I'm going to see what is the abscissa corresponding to this. So the abscissa corresponding to this is almost 40, or let's say 39. So the lower quartile is 39. Lower quartile is equal to 39. Okay, now the next part says find the number of students who obtained marks more than 80 marks. Okay, so how are we going to find all the students that obtain marks more than 80? What are we going to do is we're going to see where 80 is on the x-axis. These are the number of marks and the number of students. You understand that, right? These are the number of marks and these are the number of students. So we are going to look, these are 80 over here. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to make a line from here vertically, which is going to meet the ogive. Okay. So, okay, fine. I know the point that this line will go and meet is this, right? 80 comma, what was the point? I know that the point where this is going to meet is this, because the vertical line will go over here, and this point is going to meet 80 comma, what was it? 80 comma 180, and this line is going to meet 180 from here, right? This is how it's going to go. So first of all, what do we do? In all these, what was the direction? It was this and this, this and then this. in this also this, and then this. In this, where we are given the number of marks and we have to calculate the students who have marks above that, we follow the opposite direction. We first of all take 80, draw a perpendicular from there, okay, and then we see what is the corresponding number of students who are at 80. So we come over here. So now this means that till 180, okay, till 180, from 0 to 180, the number of students which have marks, the number of students from 0 to 180 have marks less than 80, right? From here to here, the number of marks are less than 80. More than 80 are just these students, right? So that means that if this 80 corresponds to 180, then the number of students who have marks more than 180 are, more than 80 are are the total number of students minus whatever ordinate we get from this 80. So whatever ordinate corresponds to this 80, that is to be subtracted from 200, and we will get the number of students which have marks more than 80, right? So the number of students are 200, the ordinate corresponding to 80 is 180, so the number of students are 200 minus 180, that is equal to 20 from here. Okay. Now the next part says the number of students who obtained less than 35 marks. So again the same procedure, mark 35 over here, this is 35, draw it on the ogive, and then find the ordinate corresponding to 35, right? So this is 35, I am drawing a perpendicular, okay, and now I am going over here. So this is again this direction, right? So this is corresponding to this, and I think that the number of students are almost 35 or 36. Now this is again, I don't have the marking, so I can't tell you that. So number of students that have marks less than 35. Now again, this is less than 35. How do you find less than 35? These students have marks less than 35. So this is from 0 to 36, let's say. So 36 is the number of students which have marks less than 35. Now again, I did not have the space, so I have not written everything. You guys have to write each and everything that comes across in this question. So how do we write this? We write the number of students which have marks less than 35 are, how do we calculate them? First, that those will be the ordinate corresponding to 35, okay? So the ordinate corresponding to 35 is 36. So that is how we calculate the students who have marks less than 35.